Harley, do you play Helldivers?
Oh man, I've been killing it lately. I went back with so they added like urban.
Oh, I know. I'm playing a lot.
Oh hell yeah, let's do it, man. We got to get down.
Sure, anytime.
Got to get down. Absolutely, I love it. I love that they like switched up all the stuff that you would use against the other enemies. I wouldn't say these enemies are the hardest. You know, this is kind of like they always do this. What's cool about the game is they have like their like vanguard force that comes first, and it's a set group of enemies. But then later, some enemies are now armored or they have different things.
For those who don't know, it's like a live service game with an ongoing story. So they'll announce to you, "Hey, Helldivers, the East Sector's been invaded by a new enemy. Rally forces to planet Klindathu. We have to lock down these resources right away." And there'll be a bar that keeps track of how many hundreds of thousands of Helldivers are like, "Okay, boss," and go to that planet and start working on that objective. And you see like 100,000 of us are working on this thing, and the bar barely moves, every hour. And it's fun.
And they'll be like, go there, and they'll be like, torch all of these. We were building these toxic things to study the bugs. Make sure you torch it all and blow it up because we can't leave our intelligence to the bugs. So we go and we do that for 4 or 5 days, torching this planet and destroying all the like reserves of the toxic gas that we have there. And then they're like, "Great work, Helldivers." But then like the next week, they're like, "Oh, these bugs mysteriously have mutated, and our scientists confirm it has nothing to do with the gas that we released on the planet. Nothing
that
to
wasn't
do with
us.
that. That was totally good what we did. This is something else. Don't know how, but yeah, go." And like now there's a whole new type of enemy that's in the game, or a mutated version of one.
Yeah.
So they added these new enemies, and I know like they're not per se hard right now. It's just a different way of playing.
It's got a fun story. I like the lore. I like that Earth. It's like those AI stories that we used to listen to on YouTube, where humans are just the best at fighting. Earth is the bad guys, but we're just better at this than anybody else. So the bugs, like their blood is like oil, or there's oil on their planet. Either way, so we're gonna just kill them, and we're gonna keep framing them and false flagging them.
Well, we're only the bad guys to the bugs. We're the good guys for humanity because we're taking resources that humans want.
Well, we lie also, like the bugs like had set out, like the Illuminates, our main enemy, like set out to peacefully in the first one, and like we had attacked them and stuff, and like we attacked the bugs. We're like, they're coming to our planets and killing us.
Oh, were they not ready for it?
But what's actually happening?
Hold on, do you have any sense of morality or right and wrong?
No, there's
that it's bad to go to like sentient beings and murder them because you can burn their blood.
But we're even doing dirtier. We're doing dirtier. we're taking the bugs from their planets and we're like putting them on our colonies, and then the bugs attack the colonies. But like we put them there, and then on missions we have to go to the planets, and they're like, destroy this broadcasting tower, and the broadcasting tower will be like, we're super earthlings. It's super Earth that are moving the bugs. It's like they can't travel. We're doing this to ourselves, and we're Helldivers, and we're like blowing up the thing, just being like, oh, what's that?
You
nonsense
shut down.
about? Yeah,
you're shutting down the Freedom Fighters' truth broadcast. And when you blow it up, the music goes dun 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 dun. Mission accomplished, Helldiver. And you're like, fuck yeah, for Super Earth. Yeah. Have a nice cup of liberty. And we all high five, and it's like we're fascist pawns. And I think we might even be clones who all think they're the original version of us. Because like there's no way we actually own this.
Sounds like humanity's winning big time, and
we are.
We're kicking
two thumbs
ass.
up to humanity kicking ass.
We're kicking ass. That's for sure.
You're taking the sides of the bug.
This guy Warhammers.
Gross.
One of the funny memes in like Helldivers videos, there'll be some guy and he'll be like, "Hey guys, you think maybe we're like the bad guys?" And they'll immediately execute him. They'll immediately, boom, traitor executed, sir. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Whenever people on the subreddit
sounds like a problem solved.
When people talk about something, they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, the Helldivers. They're like they did this, and that's so messed up," or something. And it'll have like a picture of like a Helldiver with a phone out, and on the phone it's like a picture of a democracy officer, and it's like, democracy officer wants to speak to you.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen enough clips that Kyle sent me that like they're pretty ham-handed with the forced democracy thing, where it's like we're storming into Afghanistan. I'm sorry, I mean a bug planet. and engaging in forced democracy.
Yeah, and the robots are even better because the robots are very intelligent, like and peaceful, and they'll like sort of beg for peace. And
The robots actually were humans from the first one. They started the cyborgs, and they used Cyberstan. They used
they're from Cyberstan, Taylor.
Yeah,
they're from Cyberstan.
You know what their blood is? You know what the robot's blood is?
Did I write this?
Taylor, we're not even using a special space fuel. Do you know what the robot's blood is?
Oil.
It's oil.
Well, it's 710, which is just oil. Like if you flip it around.
Yeah, because they realized how gay and contrived it would be if it was literally oil in their blood.
Dude, it's fun. It's fun. I enjoy the satire. It's
as long as it's fun. Who cares?
Starship Troopers, and it mimics like it does what you've always wanted a good video game to do, and it mimics for the new enemy. It's those tripod squid things from
Half-Life, the Striders
from Half-Life,
or War of the Worlds.
Also War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. Yeah. But then they also zombify humans, so you kind of get like a zombie game.
The zombie humans are called the voteless.
Yeah, the voteless. Yeah,
Kyle, when the first time we played together, you blew me up.
I blow lots of people up.
That's half the fun of the game.
Half the fun of the game.
They added a car. They added a car. No, they added a car, and it's the simplest thing. They made the car like stick shift, so it's just like a little modification, but you can't just like press a button to go to reverse and then another button to drive. So the amount of times people like reverse over guys, like run them over and then go and they're pressing the right trigger, but it's just backing them up more into like more enemies. And you're like, oh shit, you got to shift keys, or whatever, but you have to like shift to drive.
It's easier on keyboard.
The game does that. They make you like do things like you can trash a magazine if you like shoot 5 bullets and then reload. He just threw away a full magazine. You need those bullets.
That is fun. Oh, Kyle, I wanted to ask you.
I use my phone for it, but I need to buy that. I really need to get that.
The Stream Deck. Do you have like how much utility are you getting?
Macros. No, that's
he's got all of them on there. But, like, how much utility are you getting from that on other games, or do you find that like pressing it takes your attention away from the game? Because Scum has one of those and he set it up for Age of Empires, and like 5 minutes in he's like, this is making me way worse at the game because I'm having to take my hand off the keyboard and then punch.
Deeper than just a game though. That thing has so much function, like so much function across the board.
But for other games, like what other games are you getting utility, Kyle? Like, or are you enjoying using it?
So that Stream Deck is 100% for Helldivers. I don't know that it works on anything else. It would be great if I were streaming. So you got like push of the button, so many macros and so much utility and functionality. But that's 100% for me a Helldivers accessory.
Could you just Tarkov stuff on there, or would that not even be useful?
I can't think of any. So the reason that it's useful for Helldivers is because you have these Mortal Kombat like combos that you have to very quickly on the fly type in. By Mortal Kombat, I mean up, down, left, right, and it's a mixture of those. So if you don't have one of those, you have to push a button and open a menu and then very quickly type that in. Or you WASD it, which is even slower. But with this, one key, it does a full macro, opening the menu, typing the thing in, and I'm still running around and ducking, diving, darting. Because it's like zombies, like you need to call in those stratagems. The things you're calling in are things like air support, like gun strikes, or even like a machine gun or a rocket launcher, tools your team needs to win. So you need those things quickly, and you're going to be calling them in all the time.
That's why that would help.
Your teammates. When your teammate dies and you need a new one, when you call your buddy back in, there's a button I press, and it goes boop, and it's instant.
Are there any other games you played where it would help you, or just Helldivers?
One I can think of.
Macros are banned in a lot of games. And so they wouldn't. Yeah,
the bugs don't. It's PVE.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't matter. Like, I know PvP games they don't allow it sometimes.
I have evolved towards PvE lately. I don't know if it's me being old and avoiding competition, or is it just a trend? Are other people going PvE now too? I swear it's more fun, and there's no cheaters.
Avoiding the cheaters is a big part for me. I like the PvE where there's cooperation. I really like having. Like we play on the hardest difficulty. I wanted to ask Harley that, and
Super Helldive, baby.
Yeah, Super Helldive.
I get mad at my friends when they like, let's just do difficulty 7. I'm like, dude, every difficulty can turn to shit randomly, or just like fuck you. Let's just do the most. Let's go all, and I only do difficulty 10. And
is it for loot? Like you get the most loot at the high difficulty?
There is a loot aspect to it, but the loot aspect isn't truly pressing. It's not like a pressing thing where that would make.
You probably
the
have
difference.
everything unlocked already. The loot's almost.
I have
you don't
one
even
ship
need.
module left. I need like 150 orange.
I'm in a
samples.
similar place because I played so much a year ago. But
I have 750 hours in this game.
I don't have that much. Maybe 200 or 300 tops, something like that. I love it though. I love the role playing aspect. I like the silliness, and
Dude,
there's so many weapons.
I love bringing in people and showing them the billions little nuances in the game.
Mhm.
We should all 4 of us hell dive.
It's $20 by the way.
I have the game. So if
It's
we all
really
want to
not
all
expensive.
if we
Woody,
wanna all
you
four
hear
hell
us,
dive,
dude?
I'll
Are you
try it out.
listening, bro?
No.
It's a holiday
on, man.
special,
I
Woody.
sit
It's
there all
$20.
the time and hear this
$20.
Elden Ring
$20.
shit.
You think I'm made of money? Jesus Christ.
Ah, yeah, right.
Woody,
Dude,
no, Woody, they're not selling it right. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna
Mhm.
get in the Discord chat, and they're gonna say to do the tutorial, and the tutorial actually is very uplifting. The guy over the
I love
speaker
the tutorial.
is super encouraging. He's like, "You're doing great, soldier.
He's
To the
jolly
next
Maxie.
room." And then I like that. And then you're gonna get out with your friends, and then Kyle's gonna rocket you, and kill you.
Wait, he did it
And-
on purpose?
Yeah,
I
he
might
killed
have.
me.
I don't remember. I genuinely have no memory of this. I don't know why he's taking it so
But it
personal.
wasn't a big
I
deal
get blown
because I teleported back in right away. I just came
Yeah,
down in another
don't
pod,
lose
so it doesn't
anything.
seem like it mattered.
Dude, killing your
you have a
teammates and
limited amount
dying
of
by
lives.
teammates, when people are like, sorry, yo, my bad, sorry. So I'm like, dude, this is half the game.
Yeah.
Half
You
the
know,
game
sometimes
is like
I'd be
being
playing and
squishy.
I'd feel like I'd get one of those giant guns or something, and it was always because Kyle or Scum was literally like, "Hey, Taylor, come over here, pick this up, use this," trying to get me more excited about it, and I'd be using that, and I'd feel like I was mowing through things, but then like over to the left of my screen, like Kyle or Scum is like actually doing the bulk of the damage, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I'm helping at all. Actually.
That's
You're like-
also what I love about the
You're
game.
like the little
Ralphie.
dog. You're like
I was
the
a little
dog
dog,
barking
yeah.
through the fence.
I was trying to help.
You just need to learn the game because you right away you unlock like super powerful shit. You can fuck the bugs
The
up. I like
funniest
fighting
thing,
the bugs.
The
more
two
than
first
any other stuff.
stratagems are like
Mhm.
two stratagems that I use on the Illuminate all the time, which are Precision Strike and the LMG. And those are
Yep.
the first two you get the game. It's one of the rare games that respects your time. This is what's really important, is it respects your time a lot. What you get from it is valuable in terms of the experience. You don't spend a lot of time not in game, and you can like literally throw it on for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or 40 minutes, get what you wanted from it and be happy with that. And your progress when you do these things is really fair. And the developers, you know what? They just deserve it from us because like they released a Killzone collabo event and the gamers were so mad because they were like, what the heck? It's more expensive because what, licensing? Yes, exactly. But they were still mad about it. And the developers were like, oh, sorry. Here's half the Killzone stuff for free. And like, just like hooked it up. And it's like, they didn't like hook it up. It's a Sony property and they're both Sony properties. But I'm just saying like, they really do
They're better
actively
than-
engage with the like
How
the
big is it
audience and
now?
community.
Player base wise,
Really big
compared
right
to
now.
like
They're
its heyday.
second biggest since the heyday. I was looking at it on
good
Steam
for them.
numbers, but that didn't count. What I'm looking at didn't count PlayStation, just Steam. It was at their second biggest, and I think a lot of PlayStation people bought the game after the Game Awards. And I imagine more PlayStation gamers watch the Game Awards than PC gamers because PlayStation gamers are stupider people than PC gamers. So like I think a lot of them watch
Shorter,
the Game
fatter.
Awards. Yeah.
Gayer.
Yeah. And like, dude, put a fucking battery in it. It doesn't stop making noise. It's never going to stop until you put a battery in it. Or mute your mic. Why do I have to hear the chirping?
Wait, what are we talking about?
The
The
PlayStation
microphone
chirp.
on the PlayStation.